complaint, do you think it still has, fire behind it? Do you think it could taper off? And what are the other options to ensure accountability here?
Well, I think we have to look at the timeline because we're now December and Congress will go on recess and the campaign period will start February 11. So there's practically no time anymore. I think they have the numbers to get one-third of the members of the House to send it straight to the Senate, but the Senate will have no time to conduct a hearing. So uh, I think the strategy is not really to bring it up to the Senate, but to just uh, bring it up publicly. What are the issues against Sarah? Because there's really no more time. It can't happen because when they go on, when the campaign period starts, they'll not be coming back here. They'll be all over the country. So, uh, because of time constraints, this will not proceed. But because for tactical reasons, they want to publicize this, so they prepared the articles of impeachment, and this will be discussed. But there will be no Senate trial. I don't think there's time for that.
There's no time for that, or there's no political will for that?
Well, before we talk of political will, we have to talk of the physical possibility, and there's no physical possibility because of time constraint. Also, uh, per my count, there's no two-thirds vote yet. You need two-thirds vote. That's 16 votes, and they don't have that. So I think the strategy is just to air this publicly, and then hopefully in the 2025 election, there will be new people who will be joining the administration.
Well, the latest survey I saw, like number one, Erwin Tulfo, number two, Tito Soto, number three, Ben Tulfo, good morning. Number four, Bong Revilla, number five, Willie Revilla. Like, it's quite an interesting, I'm not sure the next Senate will be any significant improvement on the current one if the current trends down. I'm sorry, Justice. I'm just
Well, yes, you're correct there. It's quite difficult for them to get that two-thirds vote. So I think what they will do, and this will not preclude filing an impeachment complaint later on, is they will file it uh, in court. I mean, they will file a criminal case, but they'll probably wait for a new ombudsman. That's April of next year.
yeah. The ombudsman issue is very important. I'll go to that very shortly, Justice. No, but going back to the to Sara Duterte, what about the cases being filed against her? Potential criminal cases gets filed against her, because one scenario could be Makati impeachment will never work because even after elections, you don't know you get the right people in. You don't know if they'll even listen to the admin. I don't know what levers of influence the admin is willing to exercise, or will it have sufficient amount of that? But the other thing is, what if the courts will take care of this in terms of if there is really an incitement to sedition or grave threat against the president, or who knows, other potential crimes? What about that track, that
Yeah,
parallel
that
track
can
in a
be.
way?
Well, I think they're moving in that direction also. Uh, that one that will be filed with the DOJ, so they can conduct the preliminary investigation and even proceed to filing it uh, for grave threats. I think that is the more feasible thing to do, and there is no time constraint for that.
It's the courts, and the courts will be independent and they'll take care of it. And in the meantime, it's not like Sarah looks totally like a victim, right? Although in her press conference the other day, she was trying to say na naman na demolition job ito, na may kinalaman sa 2020. Wait. Speaking of Sara Duterte, ito naman tayo, Justice, Davao School of Public Relations. Meron din silang bago, Public Relations and Strategic Communications. Ayon sa Davao School of Public Relations and Strategic Communications, ayon nilang, hindi, kaya nga may mga piatos and sali and all of these things is because tinatago nila yung mga totoong pangalan dahil mapahamak itong mga tao na to, Justice, dahil confidential nga, di ba? Kaya pati mga pangalan, dapat confidential. Kaya itong Mary Grace Piatos ay alias lang yan ng mga assets na kailangan nila para maimbestiga yung mga terorista or NPA. Ano masabi mo dyan, Justice?
Well, we have a case that we filed in the Supreme Court against the Vice President. We asked her, please tell us how you spent the 125 million, uh, because under the Constitution there must be full public disclosure when you spend public funds. And her reply was, "There's an EO signed by my father that there's people have a right to information on all matters except confidential funds." So we are now in the Supreme Court where we're asking the Supreme Court to declare unconstitutional the EO because the Constitution says the people have a right to information, full disclosure on matters of public interest, and there can only be an exception if there is a law passed by Congress providing for reasonable limitations. Congress has not passed a law.
For the reasonable limitations.
Yes. So then the general rule will apply that you have to disclose fully how you spent your budget.
Can't
Uh,
Marcos sign a new EO requiring?
no, because the
Hmm.
the the Constitution says unless a law, that means Congress must pass a law. An EO will not suffice because that's not a law, and that's our point. Uh, an EO cannot substitute for a law because the Constitution says there must be a law. And I think that's a very strong argument. I think we will win there. Uh, so the what Congress should do is to enact a law now, uh, rather than investigate uh, whether the piatos or these people are real or not, because there is no exception, reasonable exception provided by law. So the general rule applies. There is full public disclosure of how you spent your money because the Constitution says, okay, there can be reasonable limitations, but there must be a law providing for those reasonable limitations. So I think Congress is a little bit off here because they're
Ah,
assuming that there is a law, but there is no law. In fact, they can
ah,
demand full public disclosure. And so
right.
this, and of course, it's the vice president saying, "No, I'm not going to explain," and that runs afoul really with the Constitution. But of course, that case is still pending in the Supreme Court.
What, wait, aren't they enough constitutionally minded lawyers here in the Congress to look at this potential angle that actually mahina yung excuse ni Sara dahil yung EO na to ay hindi backed up by specific legislation on the on legitimate limitations on confidentiality?
Well, I don't know why they have not brought that up, but I think they also want to know. They're probably interested to know if there's really a person named Mary Grace Piatos.
Well, I mean, the PSA has helped us, but just as you were giving them a chance, right? Kasi sabi mo sa Davao may piatos na double T. Ay, hindi, wait lang.
But
Single T, sorry, single T.
with a single T.
Single T, yeah, exactly. Single T. Medyo mahabang usapan yung Piatos na yan. But ngayon, meron din yung Sally and ano ba, Grace ba yun or something? Hindi, Sally and something like that na parehas yung signature. Meron din yung isang tao maraming signature na iba. So I don't know. I mean, it's becoming crazy and ridiculous. What is the COA report talaga on Sara Duterte's fiscal practices? From what you
Well,
understand,
it
Justice?
was disallowed, officially disallowed. That means if it's disallowed, uh, you have to pay back.
Yeah. So now speaking of this justice, what do you think should the Congress do if malabo itong impeachment na ito? Tuloy-tuloy lang itong mga Quadcom hearings na ito until election time? Is that the way forward?
Well, Congress can proceed with their law, providing for reasonable limitations. Uh, but I want to bring up something, Richard,
Yes, Justice.
because there's a difference between intelligence fund and confidential fund. Now, in the case of P.A. Amari, the Supreme Court, and I wrote the decision, uh, if funds spent for intelligence funds uh, are protected by the doctrine of privileged communication because that involves national security or military secrets. But this is for the military only, and for our diplomats, they have a form of privileged communication. If they spend money to get information involving military secrets, uh, that cannot be revealed. I
Oh, kasi
mean,
ma-reveal yung procedures nila, assets
yeah,
nila,
yeah, assets
booking
nila.
nila. Yeah.
But this is only on intelligence matters or diplomatic matters. Iba yung what the VP is saying. She has some safe houses, etc. But she has no military function. She has no intelligence function. So difficult for her to justify that, no? And
What about
so
yung
that's why
sinasabi
they
na,
call it confidential fund. But there is no law. That's the problem. So what I'm saying is, the 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 president's intelligence fund is protected here because we have that decision already. We have carved out an exception for intelligence fund used for military secrets. You cannot inquire into that, the expenditure of those funds. But it's only the president who can do that because he's the commander in chief. The vice president has no military command. So it's only the commander in chief who can authorize the expenditure of funds to gain military secrets, intelligence funds to for military secrets. So it cannot be invoked by the vice president unless there is a law, and there's no law on
unless the excuse
confidential
is,
funds.
again, but the excuse that was that as DepEd Secretary, because may NPA infiltration daw ng education sectors, kailangan na protektahan yung mga bata. So in a way, naging auxiliary defense department ang DepEd ayon sa kanila. Di ba yun yung argument nila, di ba, Justice?
Yeah, but it turns out that they really had no uh, intelligence operations. I mean, even they tried to link up with the AFP, but the AFP said, no, we did not get money from you. We spent it ourselves. So it's difficult really for them to 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 justify because based on their uh, statutory function and constitutional function as DepEd, they don't conduct intelligence operations.
Hindi nila mandato yan.
Yes, it's not their mandate.
Yun nga eh. I mean, dami nilang palusot and all of them are so flimsy. But of course, the reality here is that umaasa pa rin sila dahil sa kanilang political capital at saka takot ng ibang senators for this not to move forward. Um, Now, last week when we were discussing Justice Carpio, a certain religious group was signaling that they could get involved here in behalf of Sara, but it looks like pati yun nag-taper off din. Parang lahat yata nagsisignal lang and nothing. Medyo kulang tayo sa follow-through culture, no? Everyone is just posturing, right?
Yeah, well, for any religious group to intervene in a legislative function of involving legislative inquiry, I think it's already interference. I mean, there's separation of church and state, and they cannot say that Congress should not conduct a hearing.
Can we
So I
expound on
think,
that, Justice? Yeah, can we expound on the doctrine of separation of church and state? Because I hear a lot of interpretations on that in the sense that, I mean, it's like historically, for instance, the Catholic Church has been influential, right, in shaping our political, landscape. Importantly, in the case of EDSA Dos, for instance, right, among other things. What does really the separation of church and state preclude? Because obviously it means they cannot be a state religion. The state cannot prioritize or privilege one religion over the others. So it's about the pluralistic fabric of a democratic society. But obviously, our separation of church and state is not like France, right? When it's more like parang freedom from religion, right? Like in France, they're very strict to make sure there's no expression whatsoever of religious sensibilities within public space, etc. Ours is more American system. But can you explain, ano ibig sabihin ng separation of church and state aside from the fact na hindi nagbabayad ng buwis yung mga religious groups, some of the privilege they're enjoying under that?
Well, the basic is that the state cannot officially support a religion. You cannot establish a state religion, and you cannot spend money for a state religion, and you cannot give benefits to a state religion. Uh, of course, we have a problem there because there are two religions that have acquired licenses, TV licenses, radio licenses.
Yun, yeah.
But nobody has questioned it so far, no. So, but
Actually, yeah.
yeah, that could be a problem uh, because they're using the airwaves to propagate their faith, no, their religion. But there's many gray areas. But basically, one religion, one group cannot say Congress should stop its legislative inquiry. I think that's clear. I mean,
Interference.
it has nothing to do with religion. Stopping Congress from doing that has nothing to do with religion.
According to the Robin Hood School of Constitutional Law, Justice Carpio, yung pag-arrest kay Kibuloy back in the day was a form of violation of separation of church and state. I think even the great Cynthia Villar was making arguments along those lines. Anong base niyo on the Kibuloy case? Like for instance,
Well, the charge against him is a violation, a crime, a violation of the revised penal code. So there's nobody who is exempt. I mean, a priest cannot be exempt, a cardinal cannot be exempt for violating the revised penal code. So I don't think that that will pass.
now Justice, this is totally unrelated to the topic and all. But speaking of lawyers, ano bang latest ulit? Ito na naman every week, nasaan si... Because according to Congressman Percy, hindi siya magtataka kung Morocco na. Sabi niya, I'm sure it will be a great place. Si Senator Trillanes kahapon sabi niya, baka Dubai. Hindi na Abu Dhabi, pero Dubai. So, kasi wala na siya nag-live ngayon eh. So, iba siguro yung time zone niya. Hindi na kami magkakatapatan. Justice, meron ba ka tayong balita kay ex-human rights lawyer kung ano na?
No,
Anong
I really don't have info on that, on his whereabouts.
dapat gawa tayo ng TikTok series na Sansi. Parang yung Where is Doris? Parang mga ganun. Parang Where is Doris
Where
in
in
the
the
world?
world is
Where in the world? like, gawa tayo ng ganyan series, Justice. Tapos tawag ako every series. Justice, balita ko may ganyan, di ba? Saan po yung mga extradition, di ba? I have already a TikTok idea, Justice. Let's make something soon. Nasaan si Nasaan si Doris? Um, Kung, kasi Justice, the reason I'm asking it because tuwan-tuwa si Panelo ngayon. Panelo is having a great moment. I mean, he's shining. He's in the Congress, he's in the Senate, and he's giving weird interviews. Hindi ba illegal for him to come out and say essentially na gusto magkuku yung mga nasa military? I remember there was one interview he had with, I think, Billionario or something na parang sabi niya na maraming discontent dyan sa military, ganyan-ganyan. Isn't that incitement to sedition, Justice? I mean, or is that just normal expression of Duterte freedom of expression? I mean, what's going on there?
well, inciting to sedition is has a very strict meaning. Uh, by uttering words, you're immediately inciting people to commit lawless violence. Wala namang nakikinig sa kanya. Yun ang problema. He cannot be inciting to sedition because nobody takes him seriously. That's the problem there. And in fact, that's a defense. If he's
Actually,
charged.
Senator Trillanes, who comes from a military background and he has this way of thinking. Senator Trias was even more unvarnished in his legal analysis. Sabi niya, well, he's a clown, so he can never be taken seriously. So ipso facto, he's disqualified from inciting to sedition. Like, but I'm just saying, just, kasi ano klaseng bansa na someone just goes, eh, then, gusto magkudeta mga yan. Like, it's this, di ba? Kasi back in the day, they were accusing all of us of being destabilizers. Sasabihin lang natin, bakit ang tamat ni Digong, destabilizer na tayo. Bakit si Digong nasa Davao na naman, destabilizer. Eh ngayon, he's open, you know. So what you're saying, Justice, is if no one takes you seriously, you can say whatever you want. Is that
Because nobody is incited. I mean, your words, your utterances must cause immediate action on the part of the one who hearing you.
oh my,
They
ang
will
laking
commit
problema
lawless
pala.
violence.
So kaya
Wala
pala
namang,
yung mga tao ni,
nobody is persuaded.
so pala ganun yung mga tao ni Digong, so strategic pala yan kasi walang siseryoso sa kanila. Si Aguirre, nasaan na si Aguirre? Si
Well, he's quiet now.
I'm just saying, oh ano, no one, ang sakit naman ng Justice, no one takes him seriously. Parang, what about if si Harry Roque nagsabi ang Justice? You think he'll be taken more seriously para ma-hurt si Panelo? Sabihin mo na lang na mas serious si Harry.
Well, but if nobody is incited to commit a lawless violence, wala rin. I mean, that will be their defense. Nobody really reacted.
Yun lang. So tama rin pala eh. Meron parang leeway ito si Panelo. Ang laki pala ng room for maneuver niya along those lines sa Justice. Basta yun na guys, Finding Dory.